Good evening and welcome to The Square on Air, where each Sunday we get personal with some of the best musical talent around. We are coming to you live from The Square in downtown Abbeville, South Carolina. My name is Amber Griffin. Thank you for finding us, and we hope you can stay with us for the whole hour. We'll be asking questions we know you'll find interesting, and we'd love for you to chime in on the comments, especially if you're watching with us live. We'll of course still devote lots of time to the intimate acoustical performances throughout our show. This week's guest got his start on the campus of Clemson University. He released his first EP while a student there. After graduation, he returned to his hometown of Greenville, South Carolina, and teamed up with Sara Middleton to form his first full band. They soon landed a spot performing for thousands at Greenville's Downtown Alive Music Festival. In a review of his EP, White Roses, Adobe and Teardrops praises his solid songcraft and pop sensibility that he nonetheless restrains to keep from making the songs kitschy or trying to catch a fad. While that EP was solid Americana, his debut full-length album called Pocketful of Dreams was released in late 2019, and it presents a more fun, upbeat style meant to better capture the essence of his band's live performances. It was recently nominated in the Best Album category at the Upstate Music Awards. Tonight, as an added bonus, we have Sara Middleton here with us, providing some backup vocals and hopefully some additional insights. I'm thrilled to be presenting you this week, first from the Southern Fried Morning Show, your host, Benji Greeson, interviewing the wildly talented Brooks Dixon.
Hey, and welcome into The Square on Air. We are live, broadcasting from downtown Abbeville, South Carolina. So excited tonight. We've got a great show lined up for you. As the lovely Miss Amber Griffin just told you, we've got Brooks Dixon and Sara Middleton with us tonight. How y'all doing today?
Doing pretty well.
Good. We're so excited to have y'all here. I got to hear a little sneak peek of you guys tuning up and getting your stuff together. We're in for a treat tonight, everybody. This is a really, really talented group of singer-songwriters here, and we're going to peel back the onion a little bit. We're going to learn a little bit about Brooks and Sara and hear some of their great music for the next hour here on The Square on Air. Of course, if you have anything you would like to ask or you'd like to know, we're monitoring our comments live right here on our Facebook page. So if anything you want to know or something you want to ask Brooks or Sara, we've got it right here in front of us. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, this is episode number 4. We've had a blast with this so far, and tonight's going to be just as fun. So guys, let's kind of get started. I wanted to, you're already getting comments about how sweet that Taylor is, by the way.
Good time.
Brooks, how'd you get your start, man? Did you grow up in a musical family?
I did. Honestly, my parents aren't super musical, but my mom loves to sing. My dad's pretty rhythmic, but all my siblings and I, we just got the bug. So we, sang in choir growing up. My brother really wanted to play guitar. We had both kind of taken piano at a young age, and so we got a guitar, and I learned to, and really started writing more in college. and I was kind of writing one semester when I was actually working in Spartanburg at the time, and had a lot of nights. I was a college student, and I was in a town that I didn't really know people, and I would just write a lot of nights. And then when I got back to college, I was like, I want to play these for people.
Right.
So there was a coffee shop in Clemson that was doing music, and somehow convinced them to let me play a show, even though I'd never played a show before. And from there, it just kept happening.
Yeah, it just took off, snowballed from there, right?
Yeah.
Sarah, what about yourself? Did you come from a musical beginnings?
I think I have always enjoyed singing. Of course, Disney princesses were my jam. And then my dad is a huge music guy. He plays a little bit. He sings a little bit. He's the person who taught me how to harmonize. Okay. My first boy band was the Allman Brothers Band, so you can imagine all of the vocal ranges that he would sing. So I just happened to mimic him, and that's where I did it. Church choir. Yeah. And then I've never performed on a stage where I was the entertaining piece until getting up. Somebody pushed me to do open mic night, and just get up there and sing with them. And from there, it kind of just hasn't stopped. And I have a new little soul piece on stage. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's funny how we met at an open mic, actually.
Okay.
Happened to be there. And this is kind of funny how that all works out.
Hey, let's do a band. Let's do a video. And
you know anybody that plays drums?
Yeah, everybody said that growing up. Hey, you want to be in a band?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we actually did.
Yeah, it's funny how things link together. That was my next question. How you guys linked up is funny how things work out, and it just kind of snowballs the more you pursue it, right?
Yeah, it was really. At the time, I was new back to Greenville, and I was trying to play, as many shows, anywhere, everywhere. I was coming down to, places like Augusta and up to Asheville and Charlotte and all that, but I was also in Greenville, and Sarah had just met a ton of people at this kind of open mic community, and I kind of wandered in there because I'd been playing at the coffee shop a lot, and so I came to the open mic finally, and I think we sat next to each other randomly and we were talking, and then it so happened that basically her friend was like, hey, you guys should do this contest to play Downtown Alive. Y'all should make a band. And so Sarah kind of was like, hey, Brooks, we could do something. We'll rope some people together. So we kind of it was really funny. So we got Shane, who's our drummer, and we had my brother on bass.
Yeah.
And then we had a couple other guys.
Actually, it was 7. There were 7 of us.
Right?
Wow. That'll fill up the stage.
Yeah, we really kind of even, some people played instruments that were not their go-to instrument. Heck, even our saxophone player, who's been a core of the band, his name's Ross.
Yeah.
He was barely playing saxophone when we started the band. He was playing mostly guitar. He hadn't really played it since middle school. Yeah. And he happened to pull it out for
an open mic night.
For the open mic, and we were like, Ross can play saxophone.
Right.
We'll make him do that. And but it's incredible how he's really worked at it, and he's an incredible player now.
Sitting there with YouTube instructional videos, trying to work it out.
He's a very essential piece to what we do and what makes our sound as the band for sure. So actually, everybody does.
When I started kind of researching, digging back into YouTube clips and seeing different things of you guys online, that's one thing that really jumped out to me was the saxophone, how you utilize horns and different things in your sound, and it's just it makes such a full sound for the band,
Well, it's very common, obviously, in kind of the style of music that we do. A lot of times there's the 2 guitars, and so basically we kind of treat the saxophone as a lead but also rhythm instrument, since we really only have 1 guitar in the band. So it's kind of a fun twist. I like to kind of call it pop saxophone sometimes.
There you go.
But yeah.
Things really kind of, I guess after you met and kind of got the band going, things really took off. I mean, you started playing around in different places, gigging a lot and around the Greenville area, right? Yeah,
I was kind of playing a lot. Not necessarily the best gigs, but I was playing a lot. And
a paying gig is a good gig.
Right?
It doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter if it's a smelly bar. It's fine.
I was grinding. I was out there, on the working hard. And when we did Downtown Alive, it just kind of felt natural that we had learned all these songs, and I was booking shows, and there were ones that, oh, well, this could be a band show. Like, you guys want a band? Okay, yeah.
We already have a set, so we might as well just do it.
Might as well.
Everybody else is down.
We went back and played at some of the bars in Clemson with the band, and we, tried to get up to Asheville and all around, and just kept going from there.
Mm-hmm.
You've got such a unique sound. How do you draw inspiration from anybody in particular? I mean, what were your influences in music, kind of, growing up?
Well, it's very mixed. But my parents are big like soul beach music people,
Mm-hmm.
so that was kind of like what I grew up with. And then when I really started playing guitar, I got into more classic rock and that sort of thing. And then at some point, I got really into singer-songwriters. So I would say like those three things kind of meshed together are like the biggest influence. So like a James Taylor, groups like Led Zeppelin, Van Morrison, all that sort of stuff. But then also like beach music and the Temptations and stuff like that.
You think that's where the horn kind of comes in, the
I think
sound
so,
maybe?
yeah.
Draw a little bit of that Carolina beach music into your style?
I think it somehow worked its way in there.
Right.
But yeah, it's fun.
What's on your playlist? What's on your
gosh,
iPod?
everything.
So you go from Snoop Dogg to Willie Nelson. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. No, I do. I'm very much drawn to anything where the voices are singing together harmoniously. I love harmonies. It doesn't matter if it's a boy band or if it's, praise and worship music, or if it's just a husband and wife duet. I love that. Those are my favorite. Just because it's magical when the two voices are just weaving in and out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love everything from, like, I have like Tedeschi Trucks Beans is a huge influence for me now. I love Susan Tedeschi, and then of course Derek Trucks, the Allman Brothers, and all across the board.
That's so cool. I love when you can see a band and you can almost feel the influence. Not that it's a copycat or a mimic, but you can kind of tell where they're coming from and how it's influenced them. And boy, it's such a great sound. Yeah. And I want to hear something. You guys got a song. Tell us a little bit about Down Low. How'd that come about?
Well, this was a song. This was, I think, the first song I really wrote for me and Sara to sing together. Like I was kind of writing on my own, and then I was writing, and so it was kind of trying to catch a little bit of that stomp and holler kind of folk, but also like a little southern too. So it's kind of a fun song, and it was it's just about having a good time and doing it in a wholesome and enjoyable way, I guess.
There you go. Here's Brooks Dixon, Sara Middleton with Down Low.
Well, I get to thinking
Every time I start drinking,
it seems like everybody's got themselves a bit too much time. And I get to talking
as we both start walking.
It seems like the line isn't really all that fine. Between the highest high
Between the highest high
and the lowest low,
and the lowest low.
everybody comes. If you ever go, if you ever go, oh, don't you know,
Well, don't you know,
you got to get a little low.
Ooh, little low.
Well, it seems crazy.
Well, come on, baby.
Let's sneak into a concert and have ourselves a great big time. We'll have a drink or two
Before the night is through.
but we keep it in check, cause we don't ever wanna cross that line. Between the highest high
Between the highest high
and the lowest low,
and the lowest low.
everybody comes. If you ever go, if you ever go, oh, don't you know,
Well, don't you know,
you got to get a little low.
Oh, little low.
I need Seems like once we used to go, no one ever really used to mind. But now all those same people won't give us the time. It seems like all we ever do is spend our money without a single care. Ain't that funny, in a world full of clothes we've all got nothing to wear. Well, I hate proving
What I ain't been doing.
but it seems like every single day I gotta justify my mind. And it's okay now
That we don't know how.
or why everybody seems to wanna be so intertwined between the highest high
Between the highest high
and the lowest low.
and the lowest low.
Everybody comes. If you ever go, if you ever go, oh, don't you know?
Oh, well, don't you know?
You got to get a little low
Oh, little low.
before you get up
Before
high,
you get up high.
up there in the sky. You got to get down low. You got to get down low. You got to get down low. You got to get down low.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, down low. That is amazing.
Oh,
That
thank
gets me giggling too.
Man, y'all go together
Everyone
like
gets you giggling.
y'all go together like peanut butter and jelly,
Yeah, well,
man. I mean, your voices are just. It's like the Lord said, I'm gonna mend these two voices here, man. That's incredible.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
absolutely
Thank
incredible. Love that tune. It's going to be in the comments here if you're watching live right now on Facebook. You can donate to the Brooks Dixon Band by going to Venmo at Brooks Dixon. That's BROOKSDIXON. Brooks Dixon at Brooks Dixon on Venmo, and that'll be in your comments here as well. But COVID obviously has stopped everything for everybody. How have
Yes.
I'm guessing you've had to be pretty creative over the last couple months to get your message and your music out, right?
Yeah, it was really interesting. It's been a little bit more of a time where I've had some more time for creative time. That's the word time a lot, but yeah, gotten to do some writing, gotten to do some. I put out a song that I wrote kind of for this time, called "Not in This Alone," and it was really fun. I got to record it at home and send it off, to get mixed and mastered. And I'd been working on home equipment and home studio stuff for a long time, and so it was fun to actually have an excuse to do it and work on it. But yeah, obviously we haven't been gigging much. We've done one live stream as a band. The two of us have done another live stream that's been pretty fun, and we're happy to be hanging out playing today.
Yeah.
It's a fun
You didn't
time.
mind packing the guitar in the cart and taking a little trip this morning, did
Yeah,
you?
it's all good.
You guys have played Downtown Alive, Greenville, a lot of other venues around. And one clip that I actually saw was the song Stone Pile, right? And that was at the WSBF studio sessions there. We actually have a clip of that we want to play for you here.
I've been around for quite a while. Broken bones, dreams, and crooked smile. But love has a funny way of reminding you it's a new day. But
some scars will never leave, and some worlds will never see. But the ones that never seem to die, I save them up, burn them all white. And I've been waiting for a long, long time, trading greater love for petty crime. All these memories come flooding back to me when I come back here. When I come back here to this stone pile.
So good. Stone Pile. You can go find that video. It'd be on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are chiming in here. Mary Hedden checks in and says, this sound is amazing. Billy Norris says, man, I love y'all. LC Branch says Brooks rocks. And,
Hey, LC rocks.
yeah. So appreciate everybody tuning in tonight here. We are live, of course. And if you have a question or anything you would like to ask Brooks or Sara, you can just leave a comment here in the comment section. We are real time as we speak right now. Doing those live sessions, that's really cool. And the first thing that jumps out is the saxophone. I know we've talked about, but that was kind of the intro of the song. That actual song there, is it on your first EP?
It is.
Yeah.
It was the title track, and that was before the band really existed. So that version of the song is not quite on the LP. Or the EP. There's no saxophone in it, unfortunately. But I really love how we do it now. I've always wanted to like retrack it and redo it, a recorded version like that. But we got some nice live videos of it. So.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of venue to play, or have you played it yet?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's what I do. I ask questions.
That's a good point. That's a good point. There's been a lot of really cool ones. I really like small, energetic kind of places. Like I think we've played the Evening Muse in Charlotte, which was kind of when I was first getting playing. That was like a bucket list kind of place. I was like, man, if I get to play the Evening Muse someday, that would be like it for me.
Right.
And so like we've done it, 4 or 5 times, and it's such a fun place. There's a fun energy to that spot. And Sara and I got to do one up there in December. That was a really fun show.
Really cool.
But yeah, we love a lot of places in Greenville. I actually kind of have helped with running a venue in Greenville, and we did our CD release there back in December, and it's called Swanson's Warehouse, and we had a blast. We sold it out, which was so fun.
Yeah.
And it was just a really cool show.
Isn't it the energy that you get off the crowd that really just keeps you coming back, keeps you hooked?
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Pocket Full of Dreams. You were nominated that was nominated for Best Album in the Upstate Music Awards. That had to be a thrilling, fulfilling, exciting time for you there. Right?
Yeah, it was very cool. We know a lot of the people involved with starting up the Upstate Music Awards, and it was a long time coming that they started it up, and so it was really cool to get nominated for that, and it was fun. They had a big like gala, and they had tons of performances, and we all dressed up fancy and brought our significant others, and it was just fun. It was like a lot of fun to be a part of, and to see a lot of like different sides of the upstate music scene. Like there were a couple of Greenwood area bands that were in there, and of course like we don't really get down here a whole lot, so it was cool to see.
We need to change that. We need to change that.
Make it happen.
Absolutely. Need to get you guys down here as often as possible. You've got a new release, right? A new song that you just dropped. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So this was the one. I wanted to write a serious song because it was kind of a very serious time, and it's been a serious time, and so I didn't want to. I know a lot of people wrote some songs in quarantine that were kind of goofy and fun, and those are fun too. But I just wanted to write something like, we've always kind of been a little more of a serious kind of lyricism, so I wanted to write one that was just kind of a comforting song. And so I really wrote on that theme of like, we're not in this alone, in that, there's very, like, this whole COVID quarantine thing has been very different for lots of different people, but there is like a great comfort in that, this is like a worldwide thing, and no one really knows, better than one another how to deal with this. So I wrote a song and I tracked it, and it was fun.
Very cool.
Good song.
Let's hear it tonight. Here we go. It's Not in This Alone. Here we go.
Home might feel like the last place you wanna be, but something's missing now, out on these empty streets. And a little bit of hope seems to be out of reach, but you're not in this alone. Where we found freedom now feels like a cage, and yesterday's news seems like it can wait. The state of the free world is hard to gauge, but you're not in this alone. No, you're not in this alone. We're standing in a chasm of fear and confusion, looking hard for any sort of end or conclusion, hoping for a leader, but they're all unproven, and we're not in this alone. No, we're not in this alone. No, we're not in this alone. No, we're not in this alone. With no idea of what stands before us, we can band together in one great chorus. Voices ringing out, and man, is it gorgeous that we're not in this alone. No, 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 we're not in this alone.
One of the things that I love about your music is nothing seems forced. Nothing seems trying to push it out there. It's like it just flows naturally. It's like it's your voice. It just flows out. It just meshes with the guitar. That just flows off your fingers. And of course, your voices together. It all just flows together. Maybe you should be Brooks Dixon in the Flows or something. I don't know. I'm gonna copyright that real quick.
How much you can charge for that name?
We'll discuss price later. But no, man, that's another great tune there. And I know that you said that was inspired, I guess, by the whole quarantine and all that. How do songs come to you? Do you guys sit down and, hey, I got this cool lyric, let's rap everything around this one lyric, or I'm going to sit and just jot this whole song down and let's come up with a melody, or vice versa? How does your process work?
It's funny. It can really be different. Like it's manifested its way in different ways. Like I've written completely lyrics before, and then come up with accompaniment. I've like this one was one that just really was like that central theme and kind of built around that whole message. And that was kind of a guitar and vocals at the same time. But really, a lot of times as a band, we really haven't done a whole lot of true writing together. We've done a lot of me kind of coming in with, well, here's a song that I wrote for me acoustic, but let's see if we can come up with a band version.
Yeah. Let's jam it out and see what happens, right?
Everybody in the band is so talented. So then when Brooks is our writer, and it's cool because all of our guys, they know all the theory, and they're like, well, it would sound cool if this happened, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, what if we did this? And things just get creative.
And that's when you're like, quit showing off.
Right.
But we do have one song that Sara wrote the lyrics for, actually.
Okay.
And then we kind of like worked it out together with some accompaniment, and that actually made it on the Pocket Full of Dreams album, which was really fun.
Yeah, I was so stuck on this hook, whoa, and wrote some lyrics down, and I'm like, Brooks, I need you to just play that, and it just came out, and I'm like, all right, well, we just wrote a song together. That's awesome.
That is very cool.
Sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's not.
Do the song, do you work on them, come back later? Do they take forever? Or is it just like a portal that opens and it's a flood that has to be on paper right now? How does that work?
Most of the time they get definitely, picked apart and put back together and over a lot of time. I've had, actually Stonepile, I think, originally I wrote out a whole different set of lyrics to that, and then I scrapped those whole lyrics and wrote the lyrics to Stonepile over the same, kind of core of the song. Right. So it's pretty funny how that works out. But yeah, most of the time I actually really like to play things a lot before I even think about recording them. And a lot of that could be, I'm playing background music in a restaurant and I just work that one in there and see how it feels. But I love doing that because I feel like it takes on a lot of like the quality to the phrasing within the lyrics. You have the extra little word in there or extra syllable and how you break those out, and you really feel that out while playing it just a lot.
Good Intentions. That's one of my favorites that you guys do. And give us a little background on Good Intentions.
Yeah, that was another one. I think I wrote it originally around the same time that I wrote Down Low, and it was kind of, the band was new, and I wanted something that fit a little more of that upbeat vibe. I was trying to get out of the. Technically, I've been told that a lot of my music is indie acoustica.
Indie acoustica, okay.
Which is apparently a genre of, acoustic
indie
pop, but a little bit indie, I guess.
A new genre's created.
Yeah.
So I was kind of trying to expand a little bit out of that because the band didn't quite have as much of that vibe. We had a lot of different stuff, and so that's kind of where it came from. And it was just a song about really the theme of the song is kind of this guy who's like, at the time I was single and I was a bachelor, and I was just kind of thought it was this fun idea of like, hey, I just want to like go out on a date and have fun, and it doesn't have to mean everything like right off the bat.
Right.
So that was kind of what I was doing, and that was kind of the theme it was.
Yeah, we've actually got a clip of that. You guys played this at again at the studio sessions with WSBF, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see that clip there. Good Intentions.
Hey lady, come on pretty lady, I've been having so much fun out here in the sun, but it's getting late. Wanna grab a pie to eat with you, or maybe catch a movie too, but you said I'll just wait. But I don't need my good intentions. I just wanna be a man, and with There's no time for false pretensions, but I just need your love. I just need your love today.
Good Intentions. What a fun tune, man.
Yeah.
You guys have so much fun on stage. You can tell it just bleeds through in your music. And I haven't seen you live, but I'm gonna tell you, once all this is over, I'm gonna be there.
Oh, me too. I can't wait.
I know. It's gotta be. You just gotta be itching to get back.
Your own
right?
concert?
I just love it. It's so much fun. I miss it a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to get you guys to play another one. The Massives have asked here. Everybody wants more from you, and you got a really cool tune here called "Working on the Weekend." Kind of give us a lead in on this one.
This was kind of from that same era, I guess. You always have a bit of songwriting eras, but of Down Low and Good Intentions, where it was like, you're on the grind and you're playing in these smoky random bars that you're like, sometimes you're like, is anyone listening to this? I don't even know. And that was kind of what I was trying to capture, was just this guy who's on stage and he's just having a great time and doesn't care if anyone's paying him attention. But
very cool.
But yeah, it's called Working on the Weekend, and it's
go.
about working on the weekend.
And don't forget Venmo at Brooks Dixon. That's Dixon. If you want to drop a tip or two in the bucket there, they'd be much obliged.
Well, he opens the door to a hazy mist with a guitar in hand. Well, this is chance, he just can't miss. He don't need no band. He's got a daytime job and a little even quarters, but he wants it all. He ain't got no borders. Now he's working on the weekend, trying to make it big. Well, he's working on the weekend, playing on that old guitar. Yeah, he's working on the weekend, up in a smoky bar. Yeah, he's playing the tips and a bottle of booze. He's working on the weekend with nothing to lose. Yeah, he's working on the weekend. Well, he turned on the bass and lets that guitar wail, and people take notice and they put money in his pail. Well, he's moving and grooving and he don't know why. All he knows how to do is the juking job, and now he's working on the weekend, having the time of his life. Well, he's working on the weekend, playing on that old guitar. Yeah, he's working on the weekend, up in a smoky bar. Yeah, he's playing the tips and a bottle of booze. He's working on the weekend with nothing to lose. Yeah, he's working on the weekend. Well, he's working on the weekend. Yeah, he's working on the weekend. Yeah, he's moving and grooving and he don't know why. All he knows how to do is the juking job, and now he's working on the weekend, having the time of his life. Well, he's working on the weekend, playing on that old guitar. Yeah, he's working on the weekend, up in a smoky bar. Yeah, he's playing the tips and a bottle of booze. He's working on the weekend with nothing to lose. Yeah, he's working on the weekend.
The crowd goes wild.
Sarah had it with the spirit fingers there.
The jazz hands for everybody once on there.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. I'm telling you, the last part where you guys come together right there working on the week and your register starts low, and that pulls the stank face out right there. Right? I mean, it does. It pulls the stank face. No, not you or me. I was like, that is tough. Man, it sounds so good. Man, Brooks Dixon Band, tell everybody how they can get a hold of your music, where they can find you and book you and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we got this convenient website that's brooksdixon.com.
You got in on that early.
Yeah. There are other Brooks Dixons. I have actually found out, apparently, but apparently I'm the only one that sings, I guess.
So I friended all of the Benji Greesons on Facebook.
Yeah?
I found a few, and I friended them all on Facebook. I was like, what's up, name twin?
There you go.
They're in Alaska and all over, but I thought it was pretty cool.
There you go. Well, there's
you
one.
would not think that. That's a unique name.
Right.
There's one that I've seen around. It's another Brooks Dixon. He's in Greenville, North Carolina.
Okay.
So extra confusing.
Yeah.
But anyways, yes, we got that website. We've got Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff just under Brooks Dixon. We post all the stuff about the band when I'm playing solo as well. When we're doing duo stuff, try to cover it all. We're big on the Spotify stuff. We love the streaming stuff, and you can find us there on Brooks Dixon,
Google
iTunes,
Play.
Apple Music,
Amazon Music.
all that
Also.
stuff. Heck, even YouTube. You can
All
find stuff on
digital
there.
streaming platforms, you got it covered.
Yeah,
you got it covered.
And if you want, if you're a big, a CD copy person, we do actually have that set up on Bandcamp. You can order one there, and I'll ship it to you. So
Very cool.
Maybe even a handwritten note in there or something like that. Who
Very
knows?
nice.
We'll see.
So sweet.
Man, I absolutely love your style. I love the music that you're putting out. I can tell that you two are just you're just good people that just love music, and it shines through. It really does.
Well, thank you.
We have time for another song, but first we're going to throw it back to Amber really quick and let Amber take us out before we hear one more tune from Brooks and Sara.
All right, guys, we're making it down the home stretch of tonight's episode. Thank you so much to Brooks Dixon for coming to speak to us and play for us. And thank you to Sara Middleton for lending her beautiful voice. If you're enjoying this series, we encourage you to follow our page and share it with your friends. If you'd like to throw some tips Brooks Dixon's way, his links are in the comments, and he really appreciates your generosity. If you are a business or patron of the arts and would like to sponsor or support the Square on Air, we encourage you to reach out to us via email at thesquareonair@gmail.com. I hope to see you all along with some new friends again next Sunday when we bring you Gold Ship Records recording artist Mark Webb Jr. Now, for one more song, here's Brooks Dixon with Sara Middleton.
All right. This song's called Hurricane. I got a fever inside of me, but ain't got no fix, but no remedy. I'm in the middle of a hurricane. I'm in the middle of a whole new game. I've been so lonely, but now so blessed to know sweet love and tenderness. So sweet this emotion, my walls are coming down. To know that love is all around. Yeah, it's all around. And I've been waiting such a long time, losing more hope with every stride. Oh, to love oneself is a decent thing, but we were meant for bigger things. Now I'm in the middle. Oh, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of a hurricane. And oh, oh, and oh, oh, in the middle of a hurricane. I'm in the middle of a hurricane, and I've been waiting such a long time, losing more hope with every stride. All the loved ones sell is a decent thing, but we were meant for bigger things. Now I'm in the middle. Oh, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of a hurricane, of a hurricane, of a hurricane, of a hurricane, of a hurricane.
What a great tune. Guys, this has been so much fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know you a little bit better, hearing some of your great tunes here, and I know you've made a ton of new fans, as evident by the live stream right here. Everybody's digging the tunes, and just want to thank y'all again for making the trip down and being on the Square on Air with us.
Of
Thanks
course.
for having us.
Yeah,
Benji's
thank you.
the best, y'all.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Of course, you can catch the replay of the Square on Air on West Carolina Television, Channel 20. That's Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. and then Wednesdays at 12:30. That's lunch 30, not midnight 30. And you can rewatch every episode that we have right there, of course, on the Square on Air's Facebook page. And that is all the time we've got for tonight's episode. Everybody love everybody. Stay safe. God bless, and have a great week.